Arkham Knight is such a great game. In fact, all of the Arkham Asylum games are without a doubt my favorite games ever made. Personally speaking, this whole trilogy is near perfection for me. And I'm not just saying that as a person who enjoys Batman, but just as a person who really enjoys video games. I would recommend these games to people who don't have an interest in Batman whatsoever, because not only are they great Batman games, but they're great video games in general. Just the level of stealth gameplay, the Metroidvania style of them is so enthralling that I could actually start these games up at any point and probably play through them the entire night all the way through, halfway finishing these at times. They are so good. And it's why I just literally started a playthrough not a few days ago of Arkham Asylum, and I'm already close to finishing it. I don't know what it is, but these games suck my time away. And like I said, they're just great video games. You want to know why these games are really great? Is because they touch upon an aspect, they actually take the source material and go all the way with it. I mean, what makes Batman Batman is it's a dark, gritty showcase of not just Gotham, but the relationships that these heroes and villains have amongst each other and the general public. I think what's interesting about Batman is all of their villains really exist to their extremities because of the heroes, and the heroes exist because of the villains. It's actually a really interesting relationship that I see amongst it. And Gotham as a whole is not some cutesy place to go to. It's crime-ridden, filled with crazy crime families, over-the-top villains, but it does come together pretty cohesively. Now, this new Joker movie that's coming out, I've been reading up this controversy around, and it's just leaving me a little baffled as to why it's gotten to this point. Now, this is a little bit outside my scope of covering things, but because I like Batman, I kind of want to cover the whole Joker thing myself too, because this is a movie that, when I saw the trailer of, speaking from a video editor perspective, this is one of the best set of trailers that I've ever seen. Immediately coming across it, you know that you're going to come across a pretty fucked up, dark movie. Something Martin Scorsese-like, something on the veins of Taxi Driver, one of my favorite movies that I'm glad my good friend Amaru showed me. This is one of the movies that I'm really looking forward to. A good DC, dark, gritty, fucking villain-based movie. And if it's an origin movie that ever needed to exist, it's one on the pal Joker. Now, for those of you who don't know or have not been understanding of who Joker is a fucked up, psychotic individual created because the world basically fucked him in such a way that he is now somebody that could do the most heinous activities, things so fucked up that all of humanity can collectively come together and say, shit, yeah, that's fucked up. And this dude will probably get off to it in some way, like actually get off to it. Not even kidding with you, that'll probably be written in the comic somewhere. Joker is a great character when he's let to be the most 18 plus fucked up psychotic person out there. And honestly, anytime you make this dude like super kid-friendly, lighthearted, it just comes across as weird and cringy for the entire Batman community. We know that this dude isn't a fucking lighthearted motherfucker. We know that you know that this dude twists off the neck of babies and drinks the spinal fluid. You know this dude's a messed up individual. So when a movie from DC, or when the video games cover it in such an aspect, it's actually pretty appreciated. You know, it treats the audience like they should be treated. It treats the people who care about the media, you know, respectfully. Obviously, we're the ones who are giving our money to watch this stuff, to play this stuff, so we should be catered to. Now, a lot of this controversy I'm reading, which this movie invokes like violence or some crazy political message, am I the only fucking sane person in the world where I can sit back and say, hey, maybe let's not analyze every single thing so heavily. Maybe we should look at a movie and say, God damn, it's a movie based on a comic book villain, buckaroos. Maybe we should just fucking watch the movie and call it a day. I've been reading so much shit about how political this movie is, how full of everything this movie has, and honestly, I can just say, dude, it's about fucking Joker, ladies and gentlemen. It's about the Joker. I've been reading about how this movie is not intended for children, how it's too mature. Oh God, how it's built for an adult audience. You know, back in the days when movies came out, some of my favorite movies are the ones that make you fucking cringe a little inside. Movies like Strange Days, for instance, if you ever watched that. One of the most, I wouldn't say controversial, but a movie that had some pretty heavy scenes at the time. It's a great movie, awesome stuff, But you know what? Back then, movies made you kind of feel that way. When you watch a dark, gritty, noir-based movie, it's supposed to make you feel a little bad inside. Not everything is cutesy. You're watching a movie about a serial killer criminal in Gotham. It's not supposed to be fucking Mr. Rogers' Happy Days bullshit. This is supposed to be a dark, gritty movie. It's not intended for children out there. Alright? Kids shouldn't be watching it, okay? If I had a kid and they weren't really mature, I wouldn't be taking them to the fucking Joker movie, seeing this dude violently kill or become a psychotic, crazed murderer at the end of the day. I wouldn't do it. And that's why I'm glad that some parents are saying, hey, maybe we shouldn't do that. Congratulations, you're a responsible fucking parent. But to the media out there that are making a big claim about how violent and how much this movie invokes people to commit violent acts outside there, ladies and gentlemen, let's not contribute to a pussified society out in the world. You know, you're taking away good things from me. Perfectly good AR-15s, perfectly good John Wicks, perfectly good things out there. Look, sometimes people go, this is a big shocking event, they go to watch a movie to escape reality. Nobody watches a movie that's literally about to be realistic. Sometimes we just want to watch some fucked up, out there, outlandish shit. Because we can't get it in real life. We don't want it in real life. We'd rather have it on a movie. It's just how things work. Now, I've been looking at this whole controversy, and there's people who are referencing that this movie is going to like incite people to do some Aurora, Colorado style like shootings, which is a fucked up thing to say. I really hope in no capacity that this happens, and I don't think it will. I think people need to kind of relax, calm down, just enjoy a movie for what it is. You know, and looking at this whole level of outrage reminds me to a time when people during that era even made a video game about it, the Aurora, Colorado shooting video game, where he actually recreated the actual shooting in some shitty Torque game engine footage. I tried to actually get this game to sort of play it for this video, but unfortunately this game is all but unavailable. Thankfully, Silent Rob, the YouTuber, and a couple other people actually have played through this game enough to upload it and have the only remaining pieces of footage out there. I will show some clippets of that because it is an exposition of how people get outraged over the most stupidest shit. In this game, people are over here, you get to just shoot up everyone, kids and adults alike. Crappy AI, you get to sometimes increase the level of AI combatants that exist on the field. They're watching a stupid GIF on a screen, which, by the way, makes you kind of question as a player, if they're watching this GIF for an hour and a half, maybe it is a blessing to fucking put this AI down. It's literally up there with the edginess of No Russian from Modern Warfare 2, so if you could handle that without shitting your britches, you might be able to handle one of these. But it's made so crappily, it's made so bad, that even the actual creator themselves like hosted a message saying, yeah, I just made this to be edgy, you know, just not to really offend anyone, which basically comes across as giant fucking troll's remorse to me. Ladies and gentlemen, getting outraged over anything like this is kind of hilarious in my opinion, because you basically just feed into the outrage nonsense anyways. You know the best way to deal with any shit like this? To deal with ethnic cleansing the game, or whatever, or Super Columbine RPG, is to just not fucking give a shit and lighten up and realize, hey, this is literally designed for me to be outraging on, and maybe I just shouldn't cave into it. Which leads me to this movie anyways. People are just getting outraged for the sake of it. It's a fucking movie based on a killer clown Do you realize how close to fiction we are? Everyone looks for like hidden messages and everything. They always look for something to be pissed off at. And in my opinion, you know, I feel that that's nonsense. Ladies and gentlemen, this movie's not trying to be some profound thing out there. I don't care what the directors or whatever anyone says. This movie is not intended to be a profound piece of human knowledge. It's literally an origin story on a fictional character created for a fucking comic book series. Yes, it's a little more adult and it's a little more dark. Guess what? Comic books come in all shapes and forms, okay? And that's just what it comes down to. So maybe, just maybe, and this is a big fucking ask to a lot of people out there, but maybe can we just sit back, breathe in a little bit, and enjoy Batman for what Batman is, the entire universe for what it is, and give the Joker his time to rise and shine? Ladies and gentlemen, it's very fucking rare that we get a good DC movie. Let's just take it for what it is and enjoy things for once in our life without ever finding something to get pissed off about. And for all the mainstream media that likes to look at everything like this and get really angry and likes to put up the hit pieces about this stuff, like, hey, maybe you shouldn't watch it. This is a dark movie, and that's not a compliment. Maybe it's time to relax and realize what we're criticizing over here. There's a lot of better news to cover. There's a lot of better movies to like outrage about if you even want to. Trying to get things banned, trying to get things removed or toned down ultimately hurts the progress of humanity out there. And this is coming from a random Indian gamer on the internet, dude, okay? So this isn't some profound shit that I'm stating. It's just basic progress in human psychology. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Joker movie. A movie that I'm glad finally exists. A movie that captured me immediately upon seeing it. This might be one of the best fucking villain movies of all time, and I hope that it is. And I hope that when this releases and I can finally have a chance to go to the theater and watch it, that it comes out to the best of fucking reviews out there. I don't care what critics say. I don't care what goes on. I'm pretty sure this movie is going to be one of the finest ones out there, and I can't wait to go check it out when it is out. But overall, ladies and gentlemen, this outraged nonsense needs to relax. This canceling nonsense needs to relax. This is a fucking decent looking movie. It's what it is. And it comes down to video games too. I've seen so many people want certain video games to be toned down or banned. I've been reading shit about how Modern Warfare, the new one, which I'm not even gonna get, but I've heard that even that has some really edgy, dark shit to it. These are M-rated pieces of media. This is media designed for adults and should be consumed by adults. No one under the age of 18 should be watching The Joker. Nobody that has crippling mental issues where they want to go shoot up buildings or whatnot should be watching this movie. But guess what? Regardless of people who have dispositions like that, this movie is not going to cause anything of that accord on its own. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, watch the fucking clown Prince of Darkness get out of his shell and cause some massive fucking mayhem this weekend. That being said, this is me, Mutahar, and if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.